or something like that today, right? But certainly excited. A lot of buzz around here about having the honor to be selected to play in the Red Box Bowl. Great game, great location, great opponent. Obviously, an opponent with a storied history, and know lots about him, having some experience, having played against him. But to be able to go to the state of California, where so many of our players are from, so many of our players' families reside, and so much recruiting that takes place for us in the state of California, certainly a tremendous opportunity for us on a big stage. So again, the excitement, quickly went through our facility and through our players and our coaching staff. So certainly looking forward to getting prepared for that game. Obviously, we're on the road right now recruiting about 100 miles per hour. So as soon as we get off the road, we will resume practices. But with that being said, open to questions.
Mario, can we just get a personnel update on several guys between Justin and what both his health is and if he intends to play in the game, Tony Brooks-James, Jalen Jelks, and any seniors who may be considering not playing due to just this being a bowl game?
Sure, full report. Justin is healthy, and Justin will play in the game. In terms of after the game and decisions after that, it's something we'll discuss at a later time, but you can expect to play in the game. The injury in the game, we held him out because he could not continue, and there was, the possibility of being more severe than what it was. He took a good shot on the play where he was sacked when he went to the ground, and it's essentially a really deep bruise is what it is. But he's okay, and he's good to go, and he's looking forward to playing in the game. Other news, Penei Sewell will be back and ready to play in the game. Tony Brooks-James, he had a knee strain, but no real tear. So he was wearing a brace for, I guess it's now almost, a few, 10 days now since the game. And but we expect him to be recovered enough where he could start practicing with us at the very latest by the time we get to the bowl game itself. Jalen has been recovering well. We expect him to play. Stephen Jones has been doing great, expecting to play. Lana's come along well. We expect Lana to have an opportunity to, by the time we get to the bowl site, to be practicing and being a guy that's full go. Kano, we don't know yet. That's a pretty good ab strain, so we're not positive. Austin Foley is good to go. He played the last game. Justin Collins will be good to go. Isaac Slade, we expect him to go as well. A guy that has been out a little bit because of the shoulder injury. And we expect Andrew Johnson to take his ready-to-play test this week. And if he can go, he will also play for us. Obviously, he hasn't played in our defensive scheme, but on special teams he will. Cyrus will be good to go. And then Hockey Woods is the only one that's still questionable. That's a long list, huh? You get all that?
Steve, second one, right?
Mm-hmm. Any of them tell you they'll consider whether or not they want to play in a bowl game or if they'll sit out a bowl game? Or
have any of our players? Yeah. That hasn't been brought up by anybody yet. If it does come up, it'll be addressed. I expect everybody to play in the game.
Last year, you had guys who kind of brought it to that last week. Obviously, the game was earlier. Would you have a point where you'd want guys to tell you before you game planning or a drop-dead date?
Yeah, right away. I think last year was such a chaotic period, right? With you didn't know who was going to be in the building, who was going to be out of the building, staffers leaving on a daily basis. So it was a little bit chaotic and a little bit of a different scenario for us. It'll be real simple going forward. Simple decision. Either you're playing in the game or not playing in the game, and those that are playing in the game will go to it, and those that won't. But we expect everybody to play in the game.
So they won't go to the game if they're not playing?
Correct.
Awesome. All right.
Mario, has anybody on your staff expressed interest about interviewing anywhere else, or do you anticipate any members of your staff not being part of the bowl game?
If they have opportunities, I encourage them to. I mean, it's just the nature of the business. I would never hold back anyone from having an opportunity or seeking an opportunity they really value. But as of right now, don't have any indication that someone will miss the bowl game or is going to go anywhere else. But if it does come up and it's something of real substance, I'll certainly bring that to your attention.
James?
To follow up on that, Mario, it has to be asked specifically because without a clause, this wouldn't even be an issue. But Jim obviously very much covets the Kansas State job that is now open. Has there been any talk between the two of you about that opportunity specifically in the last even few hours since that is officially now open?
If nothing has come up yet, if something does come up, he will come and see me and talk to me about it, and we'll go from there and certainly make anything, I think, there's a lot of transparency over here. So, but as of right now, nothing.
You mentioned the difference in having a December 15th to a 31st game. What is an estimation on when you guys will be off the road? And I mean, just not the exact date, but kind of a time frame. And then how does this change just your recruiting, being able to get through that early signing date this year instead of having to be interrupted like last year?
Yeah, last year that was a tough little situation to be in. You know, I mean, I want to dress nice today, but I'm actually dressed like this for the home visit. I'm going to go on as soon as we're done with the press conference. So it allows you to have your entire contact period uninterrupted, which last year we had to go and get things going for the bowl game, both from a practice standpoint and getting to the bowl site. So we really only had the opportunity to go out to a couple of homes, and they were strictly at night after the bowl functions and the bowl practices were done. We're already 1 full week in the contact period. We'll have the 2 full weeks. Our players started workouts last Wednesday. They'll work out through finals up until Wednesday. Then they'll have a couple of days off. And then we'll go back to player workouts where it's 7-on-7, team periods, 2-minute drill, lifting, running, conditioning, all that kind of stuff. Some of the fourth quarter program, an abbreviated version, to get back into shape. So until we resume our practices a week from Friday.